Hello, welcome to a very brief pregame show for LaneSmash. Match 2 of today, Dark versus Date. Jeb is back with Dotsor here.
Hello.
So, this is a little abbreviated because there were some issues with Dark getting numbers, but there was a match delay, but Dark is going to play. We are going to have a match today. So, we're going to quickly look at the lane here. We are back on Akin Bravada. Dark is going to be starting from Aiken Biolab, and Date will be starting from Bravada PMC. Date is playing TR, Dark is playing VS. They're going to meet in the middle at Woodman ASC as the neutral base for the round. And yeah, that's the quick version. So, Doctor, what are your thoughts on this match getting ready to get started here as I look at the Dark opener?
We know that there was a bit of technical difficulty with the teams, mainly on numbers. So whether or not they've got guys coming in like last minute kind of thing, and maybe it's going to impact their starter essentially. But I think the game could go either way. I mean, this lane, me personally, I have not really seen this lane in LaneSmash that much myself. Um, Woodman AAC is going to be quite interesting neutral base. The flow of it is definitely going to be a bit different, also with the two shielded tower gates on the western style. But no doubt it's going to be the usual, airball at the beginning, that kind of thing.
Match will
I
start on this tick zero. Match will start on
I
this
agree.
tick zero.
Dark has a few ESS and a few Mag Riders. Dark in the tournament so far has really impressed with their Mag Rider play, but Date has a lot more mosquitoes lined up to face them. Looking at the Bravada side. So, that is going to be an interesting storyline here. Does Dark have more ESS that I missed or something else? But that's going to be the interesting thing here. Match starts in 30 seconds. This is a little abbreviated just so we didn't know if we were going to have a match until a few minutes ago. So, but Dark a little short in numbers, but they are going to play, and the true sign of sportsmanship, Date is ready to play as well.
Barracks on the VS side, they do have a lot of slides here. Not facing anything in terms of vehicles. I do see, however, one Sunderer. Does it
10,
have the shield diffuser? Yes, it does. Would be quite embarrassing if they didn't have
5,
that.
4, 3, 2, 1. Match start. Match start.
Match start. I mean, there are ways to get through those, to get around there with Sunderers, but you have to know them. And if you haven't done the scouting, you're not going to know where those are.
So we said a match start there, but I see a few slides haven't left the warp gate area yet. Did they hear the call?
Data's flying forward very aggressively, almost as far as Woodman.
See how the
This,
TR are catching the slides on the ground here. Maybe they didn't hear the call, maybe it was a bit delayed, but slides having to defend the biolab.
Sir Hawk is low, pulling back. So far, ESF battle. Some of the sites are grouping very effectively, though, trying to focus down the TR mosquitoes. But I think the air battle is going the way of Date. It can be really hard to tell at some points because so much is
They
happening.
have a Max and an Infiltrator on the catch point here at Woodman AAC Labs. You do have a few harassers here trying to hold the gate in case any VS vehicles coming towards the gate, but it seems like the VS haven't brought their vehicles forward.
Now, I think they're waiting for air control, which they are beginning to get the upper hand in. I think as drop pods begin falling from the sky over Woodman, I think Date's dropping in reinforcements.
And as the thing, the longer they let TR set up cheese AC, they are pulling Sunrise from the vehicle terminal. But as a neutral base, it can go either way in the last few seconds, as we've seen throughout this season and the previous seasons.
Yes, I agree. Air battle, I think, is still going the way of the VS. It's hard to tell. Yeah, air battle is definitely going VS control here. Let's take a look down toward Woodman then. The clock has started. There are about 30 seconds so far of a 4-minute timer. Date is slowly getting set up on point. I see a few hard light barriers. There's a max. There's some infantry here. but not their complete force. So they're still definitely doing other things. And not
Did
yet
have
pulled everybody
two
back to the
Sunderers.
point.
Multiple beacons as well by Date here.
There's also a Vulcan harasser just waiting for any. There's several harassers waiting for Dark to bring up vehicles.
2 VS Mag Riders moving around the gate using the actual cliff above Woman AAC here, shooting down
Oh,
on
they found a
a
Date
Sunday.
Sunderer. A Date AA Sunderer. That's going to go down to the Mag Riders pretty quickly.
But they do have a backup Sunderer near the ammo tower itself, just to the south of it, which they can use as a backup. They do have several beacons still in play here. We do see a few VS on the roof trying to take out Date here. We don't see any more VS beacons. Oh, well, we know that was a missed opportunity there.
I see a Date ESF come in uncontested. Oh, no, he is contested. 2 more sites are moving in to engage him. As Date's continuing the drop here, unopposed and uncontested on the point itself. Oh, as I say that, PPA site shows up. That's going to start causing them some problems.
The Mag Riders have now breached the compound.
Oh, yeah, one Mag Rider squaring off against a Vulcan harasser.
Oh, he
Oh!
rams it! Oh,
He gets
what's
the
gonna
ram!
happen?
He's got another Vulcan harasser to deal with, though. Another one's coming. He's at half health already. He's got to get some assistance. The harasser's also smoking rather badly, though. He's going to disengage. Let's give the Mag Rider crew time to repair their mag. And
That harass is the only thing stopping another Mag Rider come to join the first Mag Rider. Together they can take out that secondary TR Sunderer, but
yeah, Dark has been speedily made a name for themselves for fantastic Mag Rider play in this tournament. It is their absolute best thing as a team. And the Vulcan harasser is going to poke again. Oh, and gets back in the tank. One hit into the harasser.
He tries to ram him again, but he fails.
Got to harasser. The harasser's stuck. He's boxed in. What are you doing? This is not a good space for a harasser to be. Goes for the ram again, misses. He's going down low. Oh, Mag goes down the Vulcan harasser, but the Vulcan harasser does take quite a lot of damage. Where is the other Dark Mag Rider? Where did they come to help out?
Via Sunderer waiting at the gate, waiting for the gate to be secure. 1 minute on the timer.
If they're waiting for the gate to be secure, then they need to maybe overload the generator. There is a stealth bus that's taking rocket fire from a mosquito. That's going to deploy outside the walls of the base.
Quite an interesting use of Spitfires here. They do seem to be having at least 3 Spitfires here, force multiplier on this point. Maybe 4 Spitfires here. Obviously trying to maximize the amount of firepower on the capture point itself.
Yeah, I see 4 Spitfires inside. That's really interesting.
35 seconds. What are VS going to do here? Oh, Galaxy drop on the roof.
Galaxy.
Big Galaxy drop here.
Oh, yeah, huge Galaxy drop. Oh, no, but RDG is going to be a problem. Here come the Maxes. Here comes the push. Ooh, one eats a C4 brick. One eats a C4. They're slowly trying to shoot in. They have a point is flipping to VS. Down on the bottom floor. Oh no, there's no support for these Maxes. All the squishies are dead. They need to get a res nade.
TR counter-attacking. Maybe
TR counter-attacking. There's no... Oh my gosh, you gotta res. The A to G, the flanks, Dark's big push, big swing just doesn't happen.
Coming back in with the beacons here. They need to focus on the ground floor. They kind of all the effort on the top balcony, and they manage to get taken out piecemeal. And they do again with the beacon.
They're gonna spawn
5
right
seconds.
into a Mercy Max. Oh no.
2 VS planners managed to get onto the capture point and
he gets
almost
hit down
flipped it their way.
immediately. Date TR is going to take the first base. So now the question becomes, action shifts to Aiken Southern Labs. Oh, there's already a squad. There's already 1 to 12 at Aiken South for TR. And there's already a back cap. Oh, there's already Maxes here. Wow. That was fast.
Sunderer placed already in the garage to the west.
Oh, really? Wow.
VS already spawning in en masse to try and take TR off the point. TR trying to infiltrate the vehicle terminal here.
TR has hacked the vehicle terminal. Oh, I know how they got Maxes. Dark did not destroy the infantry terminal at Aiken South. That's how they got the Maxes so fast. Pulled them off the base. Clever strat. Very well done by Date. Amazing transition. Yeah, now they've got almost a minute of timer to work with here. This is a cap that's going to stick around. They can bring the rest of the team forward at this point. Date is trying to push. There is a Mercy Max moving to intercept them. Okay, he gets 1. He's gonna get maybe 2. Oh, he takes a lot of damage from a decimator round. But he manages to escape and get repairs. Okay, he goes down. Dark is slowly pushing heavily on here. Point is flipping back toward VS with 2 people. But they're going to take fire from Sir Hawk on the roof. Yeah, that doesn't happen very well. Okay.
The Point is flipping, but he does take out.
Yeah, Point's
one
going back
VS
to
on
TR.
Point.
Unless Angry Panda can do something about it. He's going to try to stand in the exact same spot Uncle Sai was. But Sir Hawk so far has not... Oh, there he goes. Down from fire from balcony.
You'd think VS would pull a vehicle from the Biolab and push that Sunderer in the garage and maybe place their own Sunderer there just to give them that extra opportunity whilst destroying spawn option for TR here. But it seems like the VS are more complacent with going through the easternmost L-shaped building.
Well, they have that L-shaped building now, it looks like. So, yeah, there's about a half squad worth here. I'm not sure where the rest of the team is. Date is well set up, though. They have roof control. They have balcony control. So that's going to allow them to sweep the point of any fire. They can crossfire that pretty effectively. Point is flipping back. Uncle Sai's managed to get back on the point here, but he's low on health. He's going to need to get some support here. Tom Bombadil's already trying to push him. And he goes down. Point is flipping back. Date still has control here. They're continuing a steady march forward. Oh, Dark has got a mag ride to contest roof control, but then he immediately hops down again. I'm not sure why.
2 minutes left on the clock.
Yeah, Date's got a deploy shield bus deployed forward of the garage now. They moved it up closer. Oh, and that's why, because there's now a Dark Mag Rider has arrived to try to kill the bus spawn. I don't know if the bus spawn's really the problem right now, though. As crazy as that sounds, they've got to get this point back.
The Sunderer has moved inside the compound walls. The Mag Rider hasn't noticed where it is yet. They're both trying to find it. Mag Rider goes up the terrain, flanks the Sunderer.
Oh, yeah, Mag Rider goes up and over, get inside, using making full use of the Mag Burn. That's going to be a dead Sunderer. Oh, second Mag Rider's coming through as well.
A beacon by one of those Mag Riders could allow the BS to essentially get behind the TR here. Even a few slimes would work wonders here, especially with TR focusing mainly on the balconies, overlooking the catch point itself.
There's a third Mag Rider outside now. The TR air is showing up. Oh, there's an air battle going on as well. So much happens in LaneSmash. We can never catch it all. So there's one ESF that's 1v4 with a little bit of help from a fifth. That's not going to go very well for him. It doesn't. He goes down. Date still is seeding that spawn L for the most part, but they are just continuing to hold the others and use those to crossfire the point.
They're just coming in drips and drabs. They're not really coming in as a team, a cohesive force, using beacons to reinforce. They're just coming in as individuals, and TR are using that to their advantage. We see VS just running for the capture points, throwing their lives away. A Mag Rider on the roof, however, so they do have something.
Oh, it's a roof Mag Rider. We saw it in the previous match as well.
VS need to get a beacon on that L shape here with a Mag Rider giving that support just to try and tickle that point.
Yeah, the problem is that when Turtle did this before, they had complete air control, and now this Mag Rider is not going to live for horribly long. He's already taking rocket fire. He's on fire. Tom Bombadil slowly pressuring him off the roof. Meanwhile, Date's going to jump on the point with 16 seconds to go and just crash it with most of their team to make sure this goes through. They have air control. The Mag Rider can't...
They can go for VS.
Cap the point.
Is that Mag Rider? Ooh.
Mag Rider goes down to rocket fire from Tom Bombadil.
Some C4 here would be work wonders, but there's just too much cover fire.
No, Date takes Aiken South, and we are moving to the Biolab with 18 minutes left in the half. That is more than enough time for Date to cap this Biolab at the rate they're going.
TR already camping the air terminals and the Biolab, preventing any more slides from coming in from that location. The Mag Rider survivors are getting picked off one by one. At Southern Labs and the VS beacons have been destroyed themselves. Not seeing any VS survivors. Oh, I do see a VS survivor. He's hiding next to a tree, next to the vehicle bunker, but...
Dark is starting to poke at that A-point L shape. So they're slowly getting set up here. They're bringing in people. However, Dark has already stacked the L super fast.
And the TR are slowly pushing out here, trying to focus on the A point itself. They're taking a few casualties, but VS are quickly rotating to try and cut them off. TR pushing into the building. VS on the upper level.
Yeah, TR has taken the upper level now. They are
And it's the
flipping
thing,
that point.
all they need to do is hold 1 point. That's all they have to do. They can play Ring Rosies all day on this base.
Well, D8 have actually taken all 3 points, at least temporarily. They sent somebody around to get the other 2, and flipped the generator, so everything is going D8's way for this moment in time. However, Dark is already retaking B point, or at least trying to. You got an Infiltrator versus Heavy Battle here with the Kami. D8 does win that, so they're going to keep Powerhouse control for the moment, but Dark is slowly coming to contest.
TR Infiltrate is waiting next to the C point, waiting for VS to move on to the next one.
That hasn't happened yet. B point is starting to flip. I guess that is where the action is now. Okay.
The Infiltrate gives his position away by queuing up the TR Heavy, but he does manage to get the kill there, but his presence has now been known as he flips a C point.
Yeah, there's now D8's bringing some actual forces over toward the B point area. Generator is now a minute from going down. That's going to expose the SCU and force Dark into some really tricky tactical situations. They're trying to keep that generator alive. It's a real tight fight, but Dark just runs out of people. Generator got stabilized though, so that bought them some time. But honestly, the capture timer is the bigger concern now. D8 can cap this in a minute 20 right now. And what might be one of the shortest LaneSmash has in recent memory. Oh, B point's flipping back though. That's going to buy... Yeah, points are flipping now. It's going to buy Dark some time here. But B point's going to be resecured. What about C point? C point, it looks like it's going to go back. C point is firmly in VS hands for the moment. Often Obvious is making his way toward A point. Generator is still overloaded though. As Dark is trying to break the A point hold of D8.
The generator for the SCU will go down in 55 seconds. If the SCU goes down, then VS are pretty screwed.
Yeah, that's going to force them into some tricky situations. Because then they will have to defend the SCU. That is a 1 second gen timer. You can't ignore that. If that goes down, they will lose their main spawn room. And lose a lot of their ability to fight this. And that'll dramatically accelerate the capture timer. So,
VS
but
using
a VS has arrived to... Yeah, 2 VS have arrived to stabilize the generator with 30 seconds to go. Well done to them.
TR focusing on the other teleporter room near the banana building, but TR are getting through towards C and B point.
VS are retaking B, TR is taking C. As we continue to play Catch Me If You Can all around this powerhouse region. Oh no, but now TR Max is pushing the powerhouse, trying to take that B point back. I don't think Dark does not have a max of their own ready and waiting for this. So this is going to be a problem. He's going to get 1. He's getting C4. He gets 2. He gets 3 with the 8 of a heavy. Big Resney comes out for Dark. And Dark is going to hold this by the skin of their teeth. That was very close to going in a different direction.
TR are split now between several points in force. VS would be a good time for VS to use the main spawn room and try and take A point, but there's not that many TR there.
Meanwhile, it's 30 seconds to cap for D8. The C point is now going to get contested, so Dark's going to get some timer back now. 13 minutes left to play in the half. Bowie's going to peek out the side and start working at spawn suppressing Dark. Meanwhile, the rest of D8 is pushing toward C point. I think they're working on crescent control.
TR pushing on the banana building now onto the double bridges. Not
Dark
many
Tree.
VS on B here. Like VS are rotating into the banana bunch to try and come up behind the TR.
C point is back in TR hands. It's gonna put Dark on a 1-minute clock to keep the biolab now. Meanwhile, Date is gonna
13
take B
seconds.
point, and that basically guarantees the cap, I think.
10 seconds.
Yeah, C point's flipping though. Oh, there's like a few medics here. Often
VS
obvious.
needs to go on B.
Big push on C. Good shuffle by Salvatore, but not enough. Jack the Bourse is going to take him down.
3, 2.
1. End of round.
Very
In the
unfortunate
round.
by VS.
Please, both teams, please leave the continent. Don't come back until we tell you to.
All right. Well, that was a shorter half LaneSmash than I was expecting. So Date marching straight down the lane, taking Woodman, taking Aiken South, taking the Biolab, and looking pretty good doing it, I have to say. Now, I think it's worth saying that I think Dark is still a few players short. So that is definitely helping out Date and really hurting Dark, but still well played by both teams.
We did see some great Mag Rider play
Oh,
by the VS there. We
absolutely fantastic.
We definitely did the dividends. Like, you know, we saw the Mag Riders on the hill, getting past the shield fusing gate, you know, taking out the TR Sunderers. But from what we saw there, TR definitely had the more cohesive force on point, whereas VS probably suffering from lack of numbers, not really enough people to make a cohesive push on to the catch points themselves. I do feel that Galaxy drop at the beginning at Women ASC, had they gone for the ground floor like the two medic, the medic and the heavy had done, they could have been maybe a bit different, but
yeah, the push at the end could have made things differently. They either need to go for ground floor or top floor, but not both. And the issue that they really have is that the Maxes lost their support and then they went down. So they lost their medics and engineers that are going to res them and repair them. That was a huge problem that they ran into. But honestly, though, Dark's Mag Riders continue to impress. I can't say this enough. I love watching them play.
I mean, we saw the Mag Riders taking out the harasser just by simply ramming it.
That was
fun to watch.
Oh, I love watching that.
And then we saw the Mag Rider on top of the building, Aiken South, which was quite surprising to see.
Yeah, Turtle actually got 2 of them up there in the match against Cats before this one. So it's possible. I just don't know how feasible it really is unless you have air control and roof control. Because the issue was the Dark Mag Rider got up there, sure, but it also went down to a decimator from a heavy that was on the roof for Date. So you gotta... Yeah, it was a really cool thing to see, but it also wasn't super tactically effective.
It must also be said that the TR Air did a really good job as well. We did wonder sometimes where the VS were. We did see that there was still a continuous battle going on in the air. So obviously, we don't have enough people. Then if you focus on vehicles or air, you don't have enough, again, ground forces. So it's going to be quite interesting to see how the teams change their start this time around.
Yes, it will be. Are they going to make any changes? Will Date take advantage of the free gal drop and drop a lot of infantry and try to turtle on Woodman? Will they go heavy air opener? I mean, nanites aren't necessarily a huge concern the way they would be normally in LaneSmash because the half was so short. So there wasn't really time for a lot of nanite burning to occur. Also not a lot of time for nanite regenning to occur. So we'll have to see how that all plays out. Let's see. The lane has been flipped. I think the teams are coming back to the lane now. They are. Pop is rising. So, in a moment here... Actually, why not just do it now? Alright. Setting up for half 2. Dark is now at Bravada PMC, making their way forward. Date is at Aiken Biolab, making their way to Woodman. Teams are now arriving at the Hex. They've got 12 to 24 at Aiken, 1 to 12 at Bravata. So teams will be getting their plan, pulling their vehicles, getting their openers ready. We're going to stay here for a little while. We're on a short delay, so we are going to let the teams do the strategizing, and we will take a peek a little bit closer to next round's start.
It's going to be quite interesting to see how VS use their Maguires on this side of the continent themselves. We did see them on the western side; they did quite well to use the terrain to their advantage. But on the eastern side, southeast area, there's not much they can do really in terms of like high ground, that kind of thing. So maybe we'll just see them zoom over the towers and push towards the western gate to try and prevent any TR coming in.
Very fair, because the more mountainous western half of this land is the more mountainous part of Hassan. As it heads toward Bravada, it gets a little bit more low lying, a little bit more swampy as you head towards Bravada and eventually Vizat's Biolab. It's a much more open continent. So, kind of terrain that lends itself a little bit more to harassers and a little bit less to mag riders. So if Date's going to try some Vulcan harassers again, that could give them some trouble.
And we did see, like in the first half, like the VS were maybe slightly delayed on the start. They did kind of get caught on the ground by the TR ESFs. So maybe, hopefully, this time around they get that knowledge, because I did see quite a few sniper on the ground who were literally pounced on by Mosquito. So hopefully this time around we see a more balance in the middle airball compared to the first.
Yeah, I hope that we get a better start from Dark. I hope we see a good air battle that makes its way onto the ground. I'm curious to see what Dark can do with their mag riders and what tricks they've got up their sleeves, what they're ready to bring to bear.
But for Woodman, their sole job really needs to be focusing on the TR Sunderers. We saw that in the first half. TR managed to get a few Sunderers. Well, one at the northern side of the neutral spawn room. We saw one at the Alma Tower. This time around, maybe we'll see a TR Sunderer towards the western gate. Maybe one on the back to the north behind the spawn room. But it's going to be
Next round will start in 5 minutes.
to try and
Next
destroy
round will
those
start
Sunderers.
in 5 minutes.
All right, that's Halo, our head referee this afternoon, saying next round will start in 5 minutes. Looking at Woodman, we have this banana building, crescent building, however you want to call it. It's the same thing. We have the upper floor here, 3 doors from the balcony, 2 doors from the bridges across. Point is on the ground floor, but it's not really where you want to be until the very last second. Because the stairway and the stairwell is so powerful, you can drop down and just kill anybody on the first floor. There's very little cover from the top floor onto the bottom floor. That's a big issue. So let's see which teams can make better use of that high ground.
It must be said as well that TR were given the time to dig in, to get maxes in, to get Spitfires up, to get any sort of like doorway covered. VS need to start picking away at the TR, but without the numbers, it's going to probably be a hard job. But they need to, when they make that push, just to take that steal, they need to do it with ample time to start whisking away all the Spitfire. Because as we saw there in the first half, TR were very adamant with using Spitfires and engineer max loadouts. So maybe we'll see VS change their tactics a little to try and deal with that.
Maybe. We'll have to see, though. We have a few more minutes here till the next half starts. I really want to see Dark take the Crescent. I'd like to see them make this a little bit more interesting, but I also know they've got an uphill battle ahead of them. But I think those mag riders could cause a lot of problems if they can get inside with some vehicle control. That's going to deny them all their spawns. It's going to isolate Date onto the point, and then at 15 seconds, just throw your bodies on the point. Throw them on. Don't care. And maybe you get it. Maybe you don't. But that's I think, one way. You got to figure out how to use the mag riders to their most effective. That's been Dark's biggest strength. They have some really fantastic mag rider drivers.
And despite the issues with players and the things we experienced before the start of this game, it must be said that, well done to both teams for, still turning up and playing despite the numbers issues at the start. I think there are only maybe 3 or 4 people difference between the two teams. It's not that bad, but props to both teams for continuing the game.
Yes. 12 to 24. 24 people, both home bases. Let's talk a little bit about. Let's do this. Let's talk a little bit about Moss Ridge Command Center, which is the other base we haven't seen so far. So this is a construction site base. It's very easy to get vehicles up and into and inside the point region here. That's a big part of usual a Moss Ridge defense or take is using vehicles effectively. So I think Dark have a very good chance of defending Woodman if they defending Moss Ridge if they lose Woodman, because their Mag Rider players are so strong. I think it'll be hard for Date to get any vehicles to really help them capture the point, and the force multipliers will be very difficult to maintain.
Construction bases are always those kind of bases where you're never really going to hold it unless you have the both balconies on either side covered. You have a sunroof close by kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because I see it before where the defenders just run in, capture the point, and run back out because then the people on the balconies have to come down to re-secure the point, and then that's when they start to get taken apart. But it's going to be up to the defender to try and prevent any sort of G stunners from getting up those stairs. Because once they allow the attackers to set up any sort of cheese, it becomes even more difficult. Which shouldn't be a problem for the VS
Round
Mag
will
Riders
start
if
on
it comes
this
to
tick
this point.
zero. Round will start on this tick 0.
All right. Quickly take a look at Dark's opener since I'm closest to there. I see a Harasser. I see a Mag Rider. I don't see any aircraft.
Looking at the TR side of life, a lot of mosquitoes. They do have a Galaxy this time around, but they seem to be primarily in ESFs. I'm not seeing any sort of Thunderers at the Biolab just insofar.
All right, this ticks 0. That's in 18 seconds. We'll follow Date in from Aiken Biolab again. Yeah, there's the Galaxy. There's a lot of mosquitoes.
10.
Not seeing where the VS are. However.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round start.
Oh, the VS are already starting up in the air.
Oh, are they good?
Maximum height ceiling here. I'm afraid to go any higher in case the obs cam crashes on the flight ceiling, but this time around they are ready for the mosquitoes. They are coming down onto the mozzies as well. The Galaxy is already on ASE Woodman.
Yup. Here come the Sice. Here come the mosquitoes. Mosquitoes are going straight in. They're not scared of that tactic.
Double beacon goes up for TR on Woodman ASE. TR already pulling Sunners from the vehicle bay, moving them to the west of the Banana building.
I don't know how to call this air battle, Dotzer. I don't know. It's really close. I think TR are getting the advantage. They're definitely starting to push the fight back toward Moss Ridge.
There's a few Musketeers who have overextended here, and the Musketeers are doing quick work of them. But it seems that in VS have put all their eggs in one basket in terms of an ESF opener. I have no sign on the Mag Riders. Oh, wait, I am corrected. They do have a Harasser. They do have 2 Mag Riders. The Mag Riders are pushing southwest to the south of the gate themselves, trying to use the Mag Riders' abilities to their advantage here, trying to cut through the southernmost spine mountain range. But they are struggling at the moment. He's just waiting for his boost, I guess. But VS are already trying to get their vehicles in, and they have been spotted by the mosquitoes. TR Galaxy above the capture point. TR slowly moving Maxes onto the capture point. And again, VS are allowing TR to that time to breathe, that time to set up some like Spitfire, that kind of thing. The VS, however, are winning in the air, but they're being very conservative. They're still remaining in their part of the map.
They haven't taken that area advantage and moved it into something that they can use on point yet. Meanwhile, timer has ticked down almost 2.5 minutes while we've been covering the air battle here. Date has the Galaxy hovering right overhead to provide spawn drops. And they have 2 beacons, so they're slowly moving all the people onto the point.
That Galaxy is a sitting duck and takes a hit by the Margareta. The Galaxy is going to start withdrawing, but the Scythes do, VS do have the Scythe numbers to come in and jump on this Galaxy.
Yeah, but Data's repulling air. Here comes the Scythe still. I think the Scythe still have a numerical advantage. But they're starting to pull back. Just smash them. Coyote Volleys going out. Not many hitting.
VS do have the numbers in the air here to, 4 Mosquitoes to 7 Scythes, 8 Scythes?
Something like that, yes.
But again, they are allowing TR to set up on the catch point. They still have a Galaxy if that's one option. They do also have 2 beacons. We do see a few VS coming in on the south side, maybe trying to get a beacon up, maybe. But with 1 minute 45 seconds on this timer, it's going to be quite interesting to see what VS do. But it does seem that they're focusing on destroying the TR air presence first. They are already pushing onto the biolab, maybe to destroy the air terminals here.
I mean, destroying the air terminals is great, but you're about to lose a base in 90 seconds and you don't have anybody here.
Those sides need to start making
Those sides need to start
on the Galaxies.
Those sides need to kill the Galaxy and start getting some beacons dropped.
They just need to kill the terminal and get back onto ASC, kill the Galaxy, jump out, place a beacon, and then spawn en masse.
Dark tried to do a beacon, but it went down almost immediately.
And here come the Scythe to deal with that Galaxy. But they'll only have 1 minute on the timer. If they get so focused on that Galaxy and they leave it be, they need to kill it, get a beacon up, and push. They need to allow themselves a good maybe 20 seconds of fighting time.
Cuneiform is just doing a pretty good job, honestly, of evading fire. Oh my gosh, Magro just yeeted off the mesa and died. Oh no, he hit the spikes and blew up. That could have been another source of beacons that's now gone.
40 seconds on the point. TR have a few maxes. No signs of their Team Spitfire. Oh, but they have 1 Spitfire on the uppermost level. Several maxes. If VS are going to make a push, they need to make a push very, very soon. They still
2
have
sides
the
just
air
overflew
security.
the powerhouse. Are they going to drop out and do beacons? No. Where are they going?
VS are dealing with a TR back camper by the looks of it.
Are they already trying the back cap?
It seems that the VS are going to stick with the air 10 seconds. Are VS going to go for it? I don't think they are.
So the neutral base is going to go basically uncontested here. 1 second. And there it goes. Date 4, Dark 0 on a almost uncontested. That is the first volley of Volpaz that's been fired at this base, despite having air control. And now armor control. Oh, as maybe not. There's a Vulcan harasser now chasing Surfhub, who's backed into a tree, losing a lot of health. I think his Magride's going to go down here. Yeah.
The catch point here at Mossbridge is already flipping to TR. There's a few TR on the point, but VS are very quick to try and deal with this. 2 infiltrated by TR managed to take out 2 VS sent to secure it. Joined by a heavy.
Date's going to get some reinforcements here soon, though, pretty quickly. Otherwise, this will get pushed. I'm not seeing many people from Dark coming yet.
The TR beacon is in a very precarious position here. Will VS see the beacon? Yes, they've seen it. They've destroyed it. They need to get rid of TR on the point quick as they can, but TR already...
VS brought up a halberd harasser to try to fight the point.
It must be said that VS are still holding the air support here. Magrides is keeping the TR at the southernmost shield gate. But
VS
TR are coming in.
Ooh, I apologize, everybody. I promise I'm not that low energy. There is still a knockdown. Oh, more TR are coming in. They're trying to kill the harasser.
It seems that the VS focus is on containment rather than clearing the A point at the moment.
Well, that's a good problem because Date is flipping the A point. And they're bringing in more and more people. And now the harasser, there it goes. There's the C4 to blow that sky high.
Slives and Margaret working in tandem to destroy the TR harassers, moving around the point, trying to get onto the catch point. But we do see some TR Sunderers coming in, 3 Sunderers from the west coming in. The Slives are already spotted them. It's going to be up to that Margaret
that's a double Basilisk Sunderer. And then
That
we
Mag
have
Rider, where is it?
a Walker. Where are the Mag Riders? Oh, there's a Harasser. And there's the
It's a
Mag
good time to
Rider.
shine.
One bus is going to go down.
No stars. TR managed to make onto the first set of stairs here. Both Harasser and Mag Rider dealing with it. Sides coming in to support, half health.
Yeah, it's on fire. There it goes. Pop goes the bus. Point is flipping back to VS momentarily.
But TR still have a beacon, and TR are very quick to use that beacon to reinforce the capture point. But well done to the VS for focusing those Thunder trains down. Because if those Thunder would have managed to get to the A point, that would have given a response leading to TR.
TR has a spawn, though. They have a beacon on the roof, and they flip the point back. They have 2.5 minutes to cap. Just still plenty of time for Dark to do something about all of this. Meanwhile, the Scythes are going to try to kill the beacon from the sky. They do so. And they're trying the lull pod. But once they get inside, that gets a lot harder. Dark has got Boozy prowling around in his Mag Rider. Trying to help out. Definitely going to deny the vehicles. Scythes are trying the ground pound with anti-aircraft nose guns. Meanwhile, Date is getting set up on the balconies. This is becoming a very solid hold. Dark is
More
going to need...
Thunder and Lightning's coming in on the west with his Skyguard support trying to take out the sides, but the Mag Riders are already counteractively pushing the little convoy coming. The two Skyguards not a match for the dual Mag Rider pair.
Yep. That Skyguard's going to be retreated and destroyed. Dark has complete vehicle control, but they do not have the point. And as much as I must repeat it, vehicles, unfortunately, don't really cap bases in PlanetSide. Especially don't cap construction bases unless they are inside the construction base. And so far, there are no vehicles inside the construction base.
Small push here by VS coming in through the southernmost doorway here, but they are directly below a squad of TR using the Spitfires and Mines and C4 to try and take out the small little push here.
Well, and the crossfire from the other balcony, too, is just tremendous. Another vehicle goes down. I think Dark was trying to bring a harasser in. Didn't work. Now it's less than a minute for Date to cap this and move on to Bravata PMC, which is Dark's home base. There just isn't... Alright, Dark is assembling at their spawn room. I see a few people.
20 seconds. If they're going to do something, they need to make a move now.
Yes, indeed.
Margaret makes the play, but that distraction is not going to do much. The Beagles don't take capture points. 5 seconds left. It's going to go to TR here. It seems that the Veers have given up this base and probably more than likely going to focus on Bravada, the 3-point base to the southeast of Mossridge.
But Date now has 19 minutes to work their way in and cap that base. That's a long time to hold. Dark's going to have to try to get some forward caps from time to time at Mossridge. Otherwise, it's going to be really, really difficult.
We already have TR infiltrators making their way to the C point.
Did their flash just get decimated?
No, the TR has survived. He's used the flash as the decoy. He is making his way quite stealthily towards the A point. He's very precarious near the spawn room. Will Dark...
Oh, they're trying to... Is he trying to get the vehicle terminal or the air terminal? What's going on here? What's he doing?
I think he's going to go for the vehicle terminal, but there's VS there.
Oh no! Boozy goes down.
Why?
Dark to die goes down. He's trying to hack it.
There's a medic.
He's got a beacon.
VS
Medic's trying to res instead of shoot. What are you doing?
But he gets a beacon up though for his teammates.
Get the infiltrator.
Oh god. Well played to the VS TI infiltrator, sorry, but he did kind of give his position away.
Now Dark is going to destroy the terminal. Now that it's been hacked to TR, well, that's going to deny Dark any vehicles they pull until they repair it. Oh, they're doing that right now.
It, but there is one more TR infiltrator on the roof just waiting for that vehicle terminal to be available.
Dark is so lucky right now that infiltrators can't use C4. He's waiting
for the
What's he gonna do? Is there a back cap at Mouse Ridge? No. Oh, now they set up. Now they set up 2 Spitfires to protect the terminal. That's gonna stop the infiltrator for a little while.
He
but
could put a beacon up. He might give his position away.
well,
But
he can
could
just
get a
hack.
beacon.
He can also just hack the Spitfires and turn them against each other. He's just waiting for the beacon, waiting for the go order. Meanwhile, Dark is pulling air. They have a Mag Rider pulled. Oh, they spotted him. He EMPs and goes for it. He gets 1. He gets 2. He EMPs the Spitfires. He's pulling back. He does not get 3.
And this is the thing. We do see quite a few VS Lives at Moss Ridge who could easily put a beacon up and get that back cap, but they just decide to keep that S priority.
A date. He drops another Bailey's. He drops right into the Spitfires, and he's gonna, not get very far.
Team Spitfire there,
Yes, Darth Spitfire, the many-armed monster. Perfect aim, perfect detection. Nothing escapes his wrath.
MVP. But again, the signs
Truly.
are hovering. Signs are hovering over the A point at Moss Ridge. No beacon by VS. VS can easily rotate that beacon by those signs and get onto the capture point. We do see the signs are focused on the TR Stunners trying to leave the base itself and contest the few TR in the spawn room, but still no beacon from them. Like we see,
Double Ranger Blockade Bus is now making its way toward Bravada. Ooh, and
However,
it eats a Mag Rider round. The Dark Mag Rider to come up to play again, and he's retreating. Blockade Bus of Rangers is not winning against Mag Rider.
And this is the thing: the VS have had many opportunities to get a beacon up there, whether it be the Sibes, the Mag Rider, that kind of thing. But where at the TR? What are you planning, TR? You don't have a population on either base. They do have C point, however, at Bravada.
Are they looking at maybe doing a gal pull from Aiken?
One infiltrator on the C point, I believe. B point is flipping as well by the same TR infiltrator, making his way, just trying to annoy the VS here, calling the VS to fall back. Big goes up on the A point, VS taking back the C point, but all TR has to do is keep jumping between the capture points.
Mm-hmm. They got a motion spotter down by the capture point at B. Bounty has arrived. Team Spitfire is standing tall here, trying to deny roof control of the A.L.
They get EMP'd here. TR pushing the vehicle terminal. No doubt going to hack it for a Sunderer.
Team Spitfire is going down now. Yeah, their Team Spitfire has finally fallen. Oh no, the infantry terminal as well can be hacked. And it is being hacked. That's going to mean maxes for date.
Sunder's always getting pulled by the TI here on the vehicle terminal.
Oh, but there's a...
harasser.
There's a Bulldog harasser right there up tight. He can't get firing angle. The Sunderer can't get firing angle. That's probably going to mean a dead bus. But I don't know if it really matters. Date is now committing forward, dropping a lot of people onto that A.L. But they are getting low potted almost immediately on dropping. That is going to cause them some problems, but so far they've got 2 beacons here and they've got a point, which means they have secured their forward cap. They have an infantry terminal. They have a vehicle terminal on site. They don't need anything else. They just need to get everybody here. Dark is pulling, coming from spawn, trying to contest this. Oof. Here come a couple. A couple Dark, but Date's got the high ground and they've got the flank. Balmy gets 1. Balmy's chasing Ring Around the Rosie. Does get 2. Meanwhile, there's a small group of TR deploying their own Spitfires and trying to defend B point, defend B point. So that means timer has started at Bravada PMC. Dark's air control is proving to annoy Date, but there also isn't a serious infantry push to take them out of these 2 capture points. That's going to cause them serious problems because vehicles don't cap bases. Alright, Date has made an infantry push. They did manage to get back the top floor of A point, but there's still a Spitfire and a Max and a few others standing tall down here in the Cubby region. Trying to keep that A point under TR control.
Date moving on to the C point here. They're going to have all 3 points here, but this is a one of those bases that does take a few minutes to capture, even with all 3 capture points. And obviously, as TR gets split between 3 points, that's going to give plenty of time for VS to get together and take point back one by one here. It seems that VS throughout the game here have maintained some sort of like vehicle or air presence here. But we do see the Mag Rider here getting taken out by a base turret here.
Bye-bye.
4 minutes. 4 minutes of home base to go. VS pushing towards the vehicle terminal, it seems, to try and maybe push air, maybe. Um,
Often obvious is going to try to repair it. He goes down to Kevin Fish, running around with an SMG. They try to bolt. Okay, they have repaired the terminal now. TR Air has also arrived and is contesting the VS Air. That's going to deny a lot of Dark's firepower that they've been using. Meanwhile, it's 3.5 minutes to capture the entire base as long as all of these capture points stay in TR hands. Dark's bringing up a Mag Rider though to start shelling the C point. Or maybe even a little beyond. Is he going to go for a balcony jump? No, he's going to stay there probably. Dark has also manned the AA turret and is trying to use it to help get roof control back by shooting at Date's infantry. That isn't working very well. Falcon Eyes takes down 2. Date's gonna need to res those people. Meanwhile, LA gets 1 more. Falcon Eyes continuing to get some kills here. But it doesn't really matter. We are 2 minutes, 47 seconds from this match being over. Completely over. Dark is trying to lasher the A-point door from spawn room, but that's not going to break the hold. It's going to deny the doorway to TR, but that's all it's going to really do. Date's trying to push. Throwing themselves forward. So far,
2 minutes left on the capture point, and it seems like VS are still adamantly pushing ESFs and Mag Riders around, but they need to make an infantry push on one of these capture points if they want to even prevent TR from... Oh, big push coming from the westernmost teleport here. VS pushing on to C point.
oh yeah, here it is. Here. I think they're doing just that. They've got a Lasher, they've got Maxes. The Lasher goes down immediately. One Max is stuck in Cubby. He's taking frag grenades now. Resonate goes out. One Max is going to go through, and I think Dark Fistfire stands not tall. But one Heavy is going to get 2. He's going to get 3. Okay, Dark takes C point, but it took it at a cost.
They need to use that momentum now. As bad as it is, get a beacon and push on to B point. All they can do now is just damage control.
Yeah. Angry Panda goes down. They immediately is dropping on the roof of C point. Trying to make their way inside. Oh, hello, drop pod. However, blue ship maxes are hard to kill. Especially when the one's got a repair NG supporting them. That's going to make it very difficult without a good C4 or something of that sort to take this point back. Resonate goes out for the TR dead on the roof. That's going to take down his rep NG. The Dark Max no longer has any support, and he's going to take a lot of small arms damage. He's trying to run back for repairs. Date then pushes immediately. Oof.
TR are slowly bringing Sunderers in towards the base. You see a Sunderer underground here by TR.
Oh yeah. That's going to make Dark's life really difficult. If they can get a bus up around the AB point, it's going to make it nearly impossible for them to push until the bus is dead.
VS slowly pushing on to B point, but TR also pushing their own bus on to B point to prevent that VS counterattack here.
The VS on B point C point are largely dead, but so are most of the TR. So currently there is now 1 Max. Oh, but TR gets a Resonade. The Max is all alone. Can he kill all 3? I think the answer to that question is an emphatic no. And C point's going back to the TR hands. It's going to basically destroy what's left of the timer. Yeah, less than a minute to cap now for Date and to close out the match. Can Dark do something about that? Okay, is there another big push on the C point coming? Is there a big push on the A point coming from Spawn? Are they going to pull a Galaxy from Warp Gate and drop it? Because you can do that in LaneSmash. It's kind of unusual, but it can be done.
40 seconds. 40 seconds, though, however. In 35 seconds, it's all over for VS.
Yeah, oh, and Sierra's got air control now. It's going to be very hard to push. Date knows what's coming. They're already setting up, ready to fight for C point, ready to fight for A point with 20 seconds to go. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and match.
End of match. End of match. Congratulations to Date. Both team captains, please join the interview channel for post-match interview.
All right, Dotsor. Well, that was a little shorter than I thought it would be.
Yeah, massively.
But at the same time, I think Dark playing down 4, that has a big impact on what you can hope to accomplish. So that's going to severely limit their ability to push, their ability to hold. Just lacking numbers is a big deal in Planet Size. Everybody knows from live server, having the most pop in the right locations tends to win. And the same is largely true in LaneSmash. You just have equal numbers. So it's a little bit harder.
I think with this lane specifically, that air dominance isn't that much of a threat, especially not in this game. Especially we've seen in other games where having that dominance, low poly and that kind of thing, does make a lot of defensive and offensive things quite harder. But as we've seen there, VS, despite being on the losing end, did really well with their Sives and Maguire, that kind of thing, but did very little on the ground in terms of capture points. So you must think that they did really well in their vehicle play, but infantry play at the same time kind of let them down.
Yeah. Now, Dark maintained vehicle control for pretty much the entirety of the match, which is very great to see. Unfortunately, they had a hard time taking that vehicle advantage and turning it into something more concrete, into a capture point, for example. So, but
so here, let's just inform me that the captains are ready for the interview. For me to pull them up.
Let's just go ahead and hop down to them.
Okay.
Channel switched. User joined your channel.
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome.
Hi there.
So first off, well played to both sides. Well played, Date. Well played, Dark. I guess the first question here is for Date. How did you find moving up the lane, and how did your transition seemed very on point today? How did that work out for you guys?
Yeah, so that was one of the things that was our absolute weakness last time, and we absolutely drilled for a solid week state since we had our week off there last week. So they were a lot faster, a lot more ready. The precaps were gone when we had a base, and they just keep on moving up. So it was something we definitely trained a lot better, a lot nicer to use. This lane especially has a couple of nice advantages, especially with things like the infantry terminal and vehicle terminal, both quite available on Woodman. It just makes for that bit of extra. We can save, 30 seconds bringing a bus in here by rather just pulling it and having the two set up either side ready to go before we even arrive. And there was a lot of that. We tried to kind of carry that through. Same thing happened on Akin initially. Yeah, so one of those things we trained, one of those things we were absolutely ready to use.
You also made good use of the vehicle terminal at Pravada, too, at least by making Dark defend it.
Yeah, that was our other thing. We know they have some seriously good Mag Riders, so this is a base that's pretty easy to jump a Mag Rider in, and let's be honest, a Hesh Cannon would have absolutely devastated us in certain scenarios, especially if it got in any of the windows. So one of our things was denying them the ability to actually use them.
Yeah. Does Cornflakes not have interview server group?
Looks like he's muted.
Yeah, Dark Cornflakes should be able to talk now. I'm sorry. Is Zai with the sevens one of yours?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's my armor
captain.
That's 4 sevens. Okay, cool. Yeah, I add people's names to the interview little scene. First off, again, I guess this is for Zai more than Cornflakes, but very well put at the Mag Riders, hopping the walls, getting into Aiken South, getting on the roof of Aiken South, continuing to deny vehicles, deny cheese for the entirety of the match, basically. Is that something you guys working on live? Are you Mag Rider mains? Is that something you just kind of picked up over time?
Yeah, I'm personally a Mag Rider main, and so are a few of my guys. So most of the stuff we didn't really actually do much practice for that. Like all the spots we can get into, we already know from playing on live a lot.
Awesome.
So
yeah, it definitely shows. That is always something we comment on when we cast your matches because it's just so good. Mag Rider plays.
Yeah,
Mag Rider, I think, is a critically underused vehicle in LaneSmash, so I love seeing some proper attention.
Yeah, I agree. That and like the Turtle team has been using it really well. They have some really, really strong drivers there too.
Yes, they do. They had 2 Mag Riders up on the roof of Aiken South in the match before yours. Absolute madness. Doster, do you have any questions?
I don't really. I mean, we saw a game there. It was pretty. I enjoyed to watch. VS, amazing Mag Rider play there. It did seem that VS brought their vehicle play, ESS, Mag Rider kind of thing. So what happened on the ground, infantry-wise?
I mean,
Are you asking anyone?
I guess Cornflakes, you're here. You're the team captain. You guys had vehicle control for pretty much the entirety of the match, which was really good to see. You had air, you had infantry, you had armor, but you couldn't translate that into an advantage on the capture points. So do you know what the issue was with that?
We had a lack of attendance from our internally. We had a problem where some people said they were going to show up tonight or today, and some of them didn't. Like we had five less people. So transitioning to the NP side, we struggled with we had to keep some people in the air and armor. So we only had like 12 infantry trying to push it to the point, but we encountered Date already inside the point holds with almost their entire team.
And it must be
So it's a
said
numerical
that
advantage.
it must be said, like, fair play to you guys for continuing to play despite the the number difference there. So well done that your guys did really well, like your Mag Riders especially, and your ESFs did make a difference. I think had you guys had the normal amount of people, you would have done a lot better. Very unfortunate your Galaxy drop in the first round. You were very, very close. Very close.
Very close to getting that point.
But other than that, I have no other questions. I
don't really either. Thank you guys for playing. Especially thanks to Dark for playing under strength. I imagine that wasn't a lot of fun per se, but I think we're all very glad that you showed up to play.
Yeah, no, absolutely from my side as well.
Yeah.
Me telling them, hey, the other team backed out would have been horrible. So seriously, I know that probably wasn't the best experience for you. Thank you. And fair fucking play to you as well, because that is a challenging thing to do, to play with any kind of underpop.
Yeah, mostly our goal, especially in the second half, was at that point just to try to have some fun with it because of that underpop, and yeah.
Fair is fair indeed. So thank you all for playing. Thank you all for watching. Tomorrow we have 2 more matches. CBT is going to take on OKTZ and B bracket match on Aiken Bravada. And then in the second match that day, Pray for Help is going to take on TLDR, also on Aiken Bravada. I'm sorry, it's a lot of Hassan this weekend. The randomizer did some weird things to us when the lane bans were done this week. So yeah, who needs lane variety? Hideo Katumas and Aiken Bravada all day. Oh, did you? I haven't seen the new rules. Okay. Well, good luck to all. Everybody stay safe and have a good weekend. Thank you.